All right, what is going on, everybody? We're here to talk about the NFL power rankings, but we just had some insane breaking news that Raw, I got to get your thoughts on very, very quickly. To everybody in the chat, be sure, like, subscribe, join, let us know your thoughts on this in the comments, and subscribe to Rawhide Media for you. Oh, we won't get to that yet. Big trades. First off, Sauce Gardner
Oh yeah.
to the Colts for 2 first-round picks and Adonai Mitchell.
Oh man, that's expensive.
That is insane to me.
Wait a minute. So are you saying that that's not enough or that's too much?
That's way too much.
Oh, okay, yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Dude, that is insane.
Totally agree. Totally agree to that. That's a lot.
Adonai
Yep.
Mitchell is part of this deal? That's insane, man. You're giving up a good wide receiver plus 2 first-round picks. We'll get into our power rankings soon. But, oh
Yeah.
my god, they're really banking on this 3-interception
They are
performance from Daniel Jones is
they are
just
going for it.
it's just a bump in the road, man.
100%. 100%. They are going for it, Dave. That's expensive. And they're the Jets, so they're gonna be high draft picks. Are they protected? Is any one of them protected?
I'm trying to pull up some of the news here. The Jets were not actively shopping Sauce Gardner, according to Jonathan Jones. Jay Glazer is the one reporting that Adonai Mitchell is going out to the Jets along with those 2 first-round picks. So that is insane. They just gave up an offer that they just couldn't refuse. I mean, I think
Yeah,
Sauce Gardner is a good corner. I
yeah.
don't, and I wouldn't. I mean, it's no Pat Surtain. I mean, we know that by now, but that is an insane price to give up.
That's really insane. That is going for. I guess they think they got a Super Bowl contender.
I guess so, man. And I mean, they're still in my top 10. Maybe not number one like they were last week, right? But the
Yeah.
other trade, and I'm not sure what the compensation is for this yet. I'm sure it's just going to be like a middle round pick. Rashid Shaheed from the Saints to the Seahawks.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that one too.
Hey, Eli, Jets fan, what do you think about getting Adonai Mitchell along with those 2 first-round picks? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, Sertan is better than Sauce, man. This is crazy.
Yeah,
Sorry for
yes.
interrupting you, Rob.
No. You're fine. Stain is better than Sauce. It sounds like Seattle think they got something too, but I could see. I could see the Saints being in seller mode though.
They absolutely do. I'm hoping the Broncos acquire. If I mean, Chris Olave would be the dream. Seems like we're really trying to get Waddle now. We'll see if that happens. But Taysom Hill, I would love Taysom Hill. We got 2 tight ends right now in the active roster, man. We had to sign 41-year-old Mercedes Lewis and have him play 6 snaps this past game, man. We need Taysom Hill.
You want to Taysom Hill? I mean, you like him?
I like him as a 3rd tight end. Absolutely, man. We just need, we need some more weapons. And, I don't want what happened to Jaden Daniels this weekend to happen to Bo Nix. If you can put Taysom Hill in there in some short yardage situations and run the ball instead, I'm totally happy with that.
Okay, all right. I just felt like Taysom Hill, his ability to be very what's the word I'm looking for? Multiple or to do multiple things. I thought that's what the value is. I didn't figure that you'd be looking for a player like that to play the tight end position.
Yeah, well, that's how bad we suck at the tight end position right now. Man. So, yeah, I think it would be fun. So,
Okay, I get it. I get beggars can't be choosers. I get it.
yeah.
I get it.
But I want to welcome everybody watching. This is crazy. We have over 250 people watching. Please subscribe to the channels. Rawhide Media for you. Link is in the description. Smash the like. Be a part of the conversation. Rawhide, we're going to go through our power rankings. And then if there are any more breaking news stuff, we'll kind of react to that in real time. But let's go ahead. I know we got to end here in about 45 minutes. So let's get to work with these power rankings.
All
Okay.
right. All right. Did you speak on the Jacoby Myers trade? I guess that's not. Yeah.
Let's talk about Jacoby Myers, man. What?
Looks like the
mean,
Jacoby Meyer trade. The Jaguars, they picked up Jacoby Myers for. Am I reading that right?
yes.
So the trade, the Jaguars get Jacoby Myers. The Raiders get a 4th and 6th round picks. So I'm assuming the Travis Hunter injury, they had to do something about that and make a move.
Yeah, my guess is that
I think
that's
that's
not
okay.
good news for Travis Hunter, man.
Yeah, he's hurt bad. He won't be back this season, I don't believe.
Dude, typical Jaguars stuff, man. Good move. I mean, I like Jacoby Myers. I think he's a
Yeah, I do
solid
too.
wide receiver, man. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think this
I do
says
too.
a lot about Travis Hunter's injury. And man, Liam Cohen, man, he wants to win. So the pressure's on. Trevor Lawrence
Okay.
needs weapons in order to look half decent. So
Right,
uh,
exactly.
yeah, I like that.
And again, before we get too far, you're thinking that Denver may have an opportunity to get Waddle, right? What do y'all? What just as a Denver Broncos fan, I know we got to keep it moving, but as a Broncos fan, what are you willing to give up for Waddle?
This would hurt, but I'd be willing to give up a first round pick plus for him. Ideally,
Mm,
because I think our pick will be in the 20s this year. Okay, you know, that's like the AJ Brown trade years ago, right? Philadelphia
mhm.
gave up their pick in the 20s for him. Though where this gets tricky if Miami is mandating they get a young wide receiver back in return. I really love the idea of getting Jalen Waddle and then having Cortland Sutton, in addition to making Troy Franklin and Marvin Mims kind of your third and fourth wide receivers, and then Pat Bryant as
Mhm.
your fifth. I think that's a very, very good room.
Gotcha.
I feel like
Yeah.
if you trade Mims or Franklin as part of this deal, that could mess with the chemistry, man. It
Mhm.
could mess with the locker room vibes because they've been winning players for us. I think Troy Franklin leads our team in targets right now. So that's what I'm a little worried about. I would give up a first pick plus throw in another pick for him, like a fourth round pick or something like that,
Mhm.
to get Jalen Waddle. But I would rather have an abundance of wide receiver weapons rather than still feeling kind of shallow if one of those guys goes down. And that's kind of where we've always been right now.
Gotcha. And I apologize. I think I said that about the Jets and that trade move. I said it backwards, but yeah, the Coastal really believe that they're going to do well because they generally pick high because they have bad seasons. So I think in order to get any worth out of that, they have to be a playoff team.
Yeah.
They can't turn into the old Colts and you give away 2 top 5, top 10 picks, bro.
I think that this means that they are definitely signing Daniel Jones to a contract extension soon. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're doing that, man. You're not giving up 2 first round picks and AD Mitchell for Sauce Gardner. They must feel like they got everything. I mean, they have some very talented, I think, underrated wide receivers. And of course, Tyler Warren is a beast. Jonathan Taylor, best running back in the league this year. But
Yeah.
man,
That's scary to me. I just think that's scary. That the decision makers, they must really believe in that team. If I don't, you'll see in my power rankings that we can roll into, but we can talk a little bit more about when we get there. I don't want to slow it down too much.
okay. Well, let's go ahead and dive in. Do you want me to kick it off or you to kick it off,
Yeah, you
Rob?
can go ahead and kick it off. You
All
go ahead
right,
and
all
kick it
right. Well, this one's this might be a little bit of a surprise. I spent a little bit more time thinking about the power rankings as opposed to last week. And I
off.
realized, man, um, I was way too high on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. They're going down to 10. They had a bye week right now. So the issue with them is that statistically, both middle of the road offense, middle of the road defense, they have won some tight games, which you got to give them credit for, but the injuries are insane. When are their starting wide receivers going to be back, man? They're running Tez Johnson and a bunch of these depth guys out there, practice squad guys out there. When's Bucky Irving going to return? We still don't know. And Tampa has a big test coming up. They might move up in the rankings right now, Raw, but their next 3 games versus New England, at Buffalo, at Los Angeles. These next 3 weeks will prove if they deserve to be in the top 10 or not.
I am kind of floored by that. I am I'm floored about it. I am. You have really messed me up on that one. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, you'll see though as we really reveal. You go see. So as we talk about this, I guess I will go with my 10th team is the Indianapolis Colts. I warned you guys last week that if the Colts win, they're going to bottom out. Clearly the decision makers at the Colts and what I believe we are on two ends of the spectrum. I think Daniel Jones looked like the Daniel Jones that we truly believe in. I think we talked about that schedule that they played before when we did this on last week, and that schedule is extremely weak. Uh, Losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, they can turn it up every once in a while and play great defense. Maybe that was the case, but they're going to have to prove to me that they are not the same old Colts.
Yes.
And so I got them at 10.
Love it. All right. Well, moving on to number 9. Here we go. It is, drum roll, please, the Detroit Lions, man. They were number 8 in my power rankings last week. They lose to the Minnesota Vikings and JJ McCarthy. Now, granted, it's on the road. I still think, hey, Detroit, they're a solid team. They have the second best offense in the NFL right now, statistically, points per game wise. I'm a little concerned about how good JJ McCarthy looked. I'm not sold on JJ McCarthy, man. I am not. Maybe I need to see more of it. But that's why I had to bring him down one notch on my power rankings from 8 to 9. I know Lawrence will be very disappointed, but hey, the Lions, they're still a top 10 team. But right now, I'm wondering if them having their coaching staff poached so much this past offseason might come back, to hurt them down this stretch.
Wow. You got Detroit at 9?
Yes.
I also have Detroit at 9.
No
So we are together on that. I think that was a disappointing loss against Minnesota, even though it looks like Minnesota came to play, and it was a lot of upset. Sometimes you get this in the NFL, you get these type of weeks, but I can't. All I do is stamp everything you say. Yeah, I got Detroit at 9. No need to elaborate on that long.
I love it. That's great, man. All right. Well, this one should be fun, and I really wanted to move them up. But I'm going to keep them here at 8. I think I had them last week at 10. So they're moving up a couple spots. That's the Seattle Seahawks, man. Sam Darnold is playing incredible football right now. He's completing over 70% of his passes, Rawhide. He has been great. They have a top 3 defense in the NFL right now. They destroyed the Commanders. This was on the road as well. And this game was far out of reach before Jaden Daniels got hurt. What the hell is Dan Quinn thinking, keeping that guy in there, having him run around? What is going on with the Commanders, man? They're repeating everything that happened with RG3. But nonetheless, Seahawks, JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, or I mispronounced his name, but hopefully that's close enough. He's leading the league right now in receiving. And now they go out and trade for Rashid Shaheed, another speedster at the wide receiver position. Sam Darnold looking like a franchise quarterback. You'll love to see it. And Seahawks, we'll see how they play the Rams here coming up here in a bit. But I'm loving how this team's come together.
Wow. Okay. You believe in the Seahawks? Okay, I do too. We're not far off there, but I don't have them at 8. I have the Kansas City Chiefs at 8.
Oh, very interesting, man. You dropped them quite a bit from where you had them last week.
You saw what I did. You saw what I did to the Colts. But last week I had them at 3. I had the Chiefs at 3. This week I have the Chiefs at 8. It's extremely difficult to find justification to keep a 4-loss team that high in NFL power rankings. It's not like college football where you play regional ball and you don't get a good assessment of how good you are by playing all teams across the country. So it's hard to do that. And even in that Kansas City Chiefs loss to the Bills, that I don't think me or you believe is a great Bill team, they lost by 1 score. They didn't play very well. And I still think they're trying to get everything together to be the team that we all think they are. But at this point, from a power ranking standpoint, I think the Chiefs at 8 is pretty reflective of where they stand today.
The injuries are mounting up on the offensive line. I think that's starting to show. If they can get their linemen back healthy, I think it's a different Chiefs team, but it's going to be tough. I think Buffalo, number 1 offense. They did their job against Kansas City this past weekend. I'm with you. I'm with you on the concerns. Number 7, I'm going with the Indianapolis Colts. I had them at number 1. You had them at number 1 last week. And they lose to a bad Pittsburgh Steelers team. But maybe this is the turn that always happens with the Steelers so that they can get to 9-8. We don't really know. But Daniel Jones, 3 interceptions. And now the Colts are going and trading 2 first-round picks and A.D. Mitchell for Sauce Gardner. Now, I made this power rankings thinking that A.D. Mitchell was still on the team. But nope, they gave him up too. But Indianapolis, I'm going to give them credit because they still have a fantastic defense and they have the best running back in the NFL this year, and that is Jonathan Taylor. I'm willing to excuse one bad performance from Daniel Jones to keep them in my top 10 and give them the benefit of the doubt. But sometimes we see this with guys who change teams or like new coordinators, right? It only takes about half a season for DCs to start to understand what to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Indianapolis drops another one, they might just drop out of the top 10, man.
Well, I think, well, I mean, with you putting them at 7, I have them at 10. I think we think foundationally that maybe they don't have everything, even though that team looks pretty good. So maybe we worried about the name on the back of the quarterback's jersey, which is Jones. I think that's probably more so than anything. But as far as 7 goes, I got to go with the Seattle Seahawks.
Let's go, baby.
Sam Darnold, man, he is like 7th or 8th in yards per game, passing yards per game. Man, he has thrown 16 touchdowns this season. Again, I love the fact that he has just roared back as far as how people perceive his game play. He's only threw 5 picks this season. So when I see Sam Darnold doing well, it does my heart good because, again, I always say, man, we get these preconceived notions about these quarterbacks, and it's about the organization more so than it is about the quarterback. And I think it supports my overall point about quarterbacks and how we rate them. So I am going to keep Seattle there at 7. And I have, watching mainstream media, a lot of people got Seattle like top 2.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I'm loving I love their whole team, man. Elijah Arroyo's really coming around. They drafted him, I want to say, in the early 2nd round at tight end. Their running back combination is deadly. And Mike McDonald, man, I think he's doing a great job with the defense. So, hey, shout out to them. Shout out to them for not overcomplicating things. You wanted to go with a new OC after the whole Ryan Grubb thing didn't work out. So you know what you go and do? You go and hire Clint Kubiak, man. Solid. He's just solid. As opposed to what the Houston Texans are doing, continuing just cycle through, man, first-time play callers, man. I do not understand it. And I think a lot of people right now Texas fans would wish they had their coordinator from last year still around. But anyways.
Facts.
Darnold's playing MVP football right now. It's going to be fun to see with Shaheed how they take the next step. Now, a team that I said I didn't believe in last week. I left them outside of my top 10. That was the Buffalo Bills, man. That was the Buffalo Bills. They come in at number 6. And this is why I got the Bills, man. This is where I screwed up. I'm like, you know what? This is where I screwed up. I think they got the best quarterback in football.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Josh Allen, best quarterback in football. I have to give him credit for that. I don't like saying it either, Ra. I don't like saying it either, man.
Okay, go ahead.
Best quarterback in football. They got the number 1 offense in the league by a significant margin. James Cook is really coming around. And again, this is a good Kansas City Chiefs team. And the one thing I'm a little concerned about is that Buffalo always gets up for Kansas City in the regular season. They always get up for the Chiefs. How will they play against New England? Some of these other teams coming up, we'll have to find out. But their defense is coming along. It doesn't necessarily feel like an absolute disaster. And yeah, we'll see what they can do in this stretch. But offensively, I think they're playing fantastic. Dalton Kincaid is also coming around. Maybe this is a bit generous, but they're at number 6, man.
Okay. I like where you have them. I agree. I have the Bills at number 6 also.
No way.
Yeah, I do. I got them at 6 also. I agree. The defense is coming around. All right, now I hate I got them at 6 now because you just said Josh Allen is the best quarterback in football. Now, and they do this. We do this all the time. The Bills play the Chiefs in the regular season. They beat the Chiefs, and we lose our minds.
That's exactly what we did right here.
we lose our minds. So I get it. I think the Bills Chiefs game in the regular season is a game that, and the Chiefs should have too. So it's hard to make this argument this particular season because of where the Chiefs are as far as record goes and making it to the playoffs. But I believe that when the Bills play the Chiefs in the regular season, that's a statement game for the Bills. Everybody, and they played them at home. Everybody is up trying to prove what Dave just said is the truth. Is that he is actually, I'm not even gonna say better, but in arm reach of Patrick Mahomes. And that ain't the case. But they get up and they play a decent game. When the playoffs hit, the Bills play the Chiefs, the Bills will lose. Dang, it's just too far. But I get it. All that being said, we got them at the same spot. I think last year I did have the Bills in my top 10. I moved them up this week due to losses. They played an excellent game. I expected that game to look like a good game, even though I picked Kansas City Chiefs to win. And I'm not surprised by it. It happens every year. But 6 is a good spot, Dave. 6 is a good spot.
I'll say this. Maybe he's the best quarterback in the league, but maybe not necessarily the most clutch when the pressure's totally on, especially against the Chiefs, man. That guy, dude, that team, it's cursed. They're cursed. But I do want to say this before we get into our top 5. James Palmer tweeted out just a few minutes ago, quote, "I wouldn't sleep on the Broncos making some noise. Eye emoji," end quote. Dude, Jalen Waddle, Demario Davis, Taysom Hill. You get those 3, Super Bowl. Got to give up probably the whole draft for it, but that's what I'm talking about, man. It would be fun, man. I'm in the middle of the season. Screw the picks, man. You got a window to go win it all this year. Anyways, let's get to the top 5. Let's get to the top 5. When we pull it up right here, and this is up 1 spot from last week. The New England Patriots. I love the New England Patriots. They're tied for the longest win streak in the NFL. They have top 5 defense. Dealing with some injuries, right? We'll see how they deal with the Kayshon Boutte injury. They're able to make a move. Ramondre Stevenson, they kind of have to right the ship till he comes back. I don't believe he's out for the year. But the thing with the Patriots that why I don't have them a little bit higher is that I feel like they have had an incredibly easy schedule so far, man. And I don't really respect the division that they're in. That includes the Buffalo Bills. So New England right up there. Again, top 5. Maybe some people might have them at 1, but this is kind of right around where they should be. I can understand if you really, really like Drake May, if you have them higher. But at the end of the day, man, they've won the games that they've had in front of them. You can't apologize for that. And honestly, though, it pissed me off that they only beat Atlanta by 1 point, man, because I want to rank them higher, but maybe that was a great performance out of the Atlanta Falcons. You don't know what version you're getting from them every week. I mean, this was the same Falcons team that somehow beat Buffalo in Buffalo. So Patriots at number 5.
Oh, man. Dave, I don't know. It looks like we wrote down the same thing because I got New England at 5 also.
Guys, we don't talk about this beforehand.
No, we absolutely do not. I got them at 5, man. I spoke on it last week. I'm speaking on it again. That investment that they put in on that defensive side of the ball is paying off. Yes. They're like 6th in the NFL in points allowed per game at 18.8. Wow. That defensive side of the ball is playing some good football. In addition to that, on the offensive side of the ball, Booty and Diggs being nice wide receivers that Drake May can lean on. I think this team is coming around. To becoming a balanced team on both sides of the ball, bro. I am so happy to see good coaching. You know what I mean? And what it displays. Look at New England today, bro. That's just simply good coaching. And yes, I stuttered because I saw what you highlighted previously. Threw me off. But I will say, man, yeah, I got New England at number 5, man. Shout out to them. Hey, and don't forget, pick them to win that division. So
yeah, that's right. Forget about the New York Giants. Remember Rawhide's New England Patriots.
Yeah, forget about the Giants. Exactly, bro.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel, good coach. One of my worst takes saying that Tennessee should have fired him. And now look at where the Patriots are at, man. So at number 4, I have the Kansas City Chiefs, man.
Whoa.
I had them at 2. And this is why I have them at number 4 as opposed to maybe number 8. Maybe I'm kind of a hypocrite here because we always react to Buffalo beating Kansas City in the regular season thinking that they've arrived. But I'm going to give Kansas City the benefit of the doubt, losing a fairly close game against the Bills on the road in the regular season, man. They are still dangerous as hell. If their offensive line can just get healthy, that offense is going to be an absolute problem. And their defense with Spags. I think he's shown that they're able to right the ship in a way if they're able to lose a lot of talent and still put out a really good defense. So Kansas City, they're still not playing their best football yet. It has been, ugly by their standards, but man, it pains me to say, as long as Mahomes is back there, they're going to have an opportunity to beat anybody in the NFL, and they're still dangerous. They are still dangerous, and I'll comment more on them here in a bit as we go up in the rankings. But Chiefs are still a big-time threat to the entire NFL, even though they're at 5-3?
Yeah. 5-4.
5-4, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would have to ask you, so them 4 losses, they're just not affecting you, huh?
No, dude. And maybe I've just been traumatized by them winning the division for 10 years straight. Maybe I'm traumatized for us losing 16 straight games to them still, and until a couple years ago. But I'm not going to crap on this Chiefs team yet, although, I did have my Broncos going 13-4 to start the season winning this division. Don't forget about that. Don't forget about that.
It's looking good for you. I can tell you that. It's looking good for you. That, and I'll also say I honestly thought you had them out the 10. I didn't think you were going to have them ranked at all. That
This is probably my AFC West bias coming in.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to be ranked at all. So I'll jump in there, man. I don't shoot me, but I got the Denver Broncos at 4. Okay,
What they have last week for you?
Yeah, it was 4 last week also. Now, okay, I'm extremely disappointed with the Broncos. Okay, I just got to call it. I just got to call it. I feel like they are not maximizing the talent that they have on that team. Now, granted, Patrick Surtain, I get it, but they're not built around Patrick Surtain. But you all got some other issues. You know, you mentioned about the tight end. I think y'all need a coverage linebacker also, don't you?
Oh my God, dude! And Houston just targeted Alex Singleton throughout that. You saw to start the game, they hit up Dalton Schultz for like a 20-yard pass.
Yeah,
and then they just went away from it, man.
So that being said, you need a coverage linebacker. I think you need another starting safety on the opposite side of Brandon Jones, right?
Well, we got Hufanga.
Are you good with him?
Yeah, he was our best player.
Okay. And you said your tight ends are kind of weak. But I think y'all managed to fill the running back position, so it's okay. But I don't like not playing complete games. I think you all are extremely inconsistent. So that being said, I think it's gonna bite you. And I need to see you all play 4 quarters, a good 4 quarters, put it all together, and then I would move you up in my power rankings.
Yeah.
As of today, I didn't drop you. I didn't raise you. I kept you where I had you originally because of the inconsistencies.
I think that's totally fair, man. I
appreciate it, Dave. At least you didn't think I was too hard on him, bro.
No. And honestly, I wouldn't fault you if you dropped him for barely beating Davis Mills this week. But
yeah, Davis Mills,
Davis Mills, man. Davis Mills. Now, the defense did their part. Special teams, man. Special teams have been god awful. Special teams we have been walking the tightrope with them. The Jets loss could have been on them. There were a few more games where special teams allowed teams to stay in the game against us. I think Bo Nix, I'm not a huge stat nerds guy, like advanced stats type of thing, but like just generally speaking, I think Bo Nix is one of the worst like EPA quarterbacks in the first quarter in the NFL. And he's like, I think top 3 in the fourth quarter this season. Just the volatility throughout the game with this team is insane. So I understand. I understand why you couldn't move them up, even though they're tied for the longest win streak in the NFL right now. It is it's been strange. It's been a strange winning streak.
Now, really Flaw asks, she said, do you think they play like that due to a young quarterback? I'd have to lean on you with this. When I watch them, I don't think I know their identity on offense. So I don't know if that's the young quarterback point or there's something else going on. So you'd be able to better speak to that than me.
I'll put it more on Bo Nix, I think, than Sean Payton. You see, like, for instance, against this Texans team, they play the short game, the screen game really well. So I knew that Bo Nix was going to have to hit some shots down the field in order for them to win this game. And he's been very inconsistent and pretty much not good at it this year statistically.
Mm-hmm.
In the first half, sometimes I think we had like 5 drops from our receivers in the first half. But Sean Payton was scheming guys open downfield like crazy, man. Bo Nix mechanics were bad. He was either hitting guys kind of in the area and they were dropping it, or it was just straight out missing wide open guys. But it was great to see him hit that deep shot at the end of the first half against Sutton after missing a wide open Evan Ingram for what would have been a touchdown. But I think for him, what makes me encouraged is that he plays his best football when the game is on the line. The Broncos are 4-0 in games in which they're entering the fourth quarter, losing the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like the team just locks in. They have ever since the Chargers loss happened, they just refuse to lose. So I think a lot of this is mental with Bo, because when his mechanics are on and he's locked in, man, I think he's one of the best quarterbacks dealing with, with the game on the line. But he needs to get past that mental block to be able to start fast in the first half, man. So I'll credit to him being young in that respect. But hey, at least he's money in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, that does reflect resilience, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a positive. But yeah, I have to say, yeah, just a little. I think if they were a consistent ball club, and I'm not, look here. Let's keep it in perspective here. We're talking about the Denver Broncos being ranked number 4 in my power rankings, and probably and higher than that in yours. We kind of speaking on the margins now, right?
Yes.
We're talking about, they shore this up. We're talking about legit Super Bowl contender, right? I mean, we don't have the same. I don't think we're not coming from the perspective of we're coming of the Indianapolis Colts.
Correct.
That's a Colts well-balanced team. They got, they got, look like they got everything, but I don't think me or you believe they're a Super Bowl contender. But we do believe that if the Broncos shore that one little thing up, that Super Bowl contention is on the plate.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, we're splitting hairs, and that's fun to do. That's why we do this show. Let's move on to number 3. The team that I needed to give more credit going into their bye week. Or no, they didn't go into the bye week. They destroyed, I think it was New Orleans this week. Los Angeles Rams. I love their brand of football. Second best defense in the NFL. Puka Nacua. They're expecting him to not miss any time. Matthew Stafford has stayed healthy. I love their running game. Devontae Adams. Such a great signing for them, or trade. I forget how they brought him in. But the next 3 games is going to tell us a lot if they will still stay in this top 3 or move up to number 2 or number 1. At San Francisco, home against Seattle, home against Tampa Bay. But I love the Rams, and I think that they're still a bigger threat than the Seattle Seahawks are coming out of the NFC West. They are proven. They have the championship experience, and they have the coach who has done it.
Well, Dave, this is amazing. I got the Rams at 3.
No way.
I got the Rams at 3. Now, people get hung up. I get it, right? I get it. That's what we like to see, the offense, and I agree with everything you said about them on offense. Y'all know they're 2 in the NFL in points allowed per game.
Deadly defense, man. Hey, shout out to our middle linebacker, Nate Landry. See you great. The last good middle linebacker we've had, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so I think that's more impressive than what they're doing on offense.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard a lot of people speak in the offseason talking about the Rams has a chance to win the NFC. The Rams have a chance to win the NFC, and that is legit. So at 15-9, at basically 16 points a game allowed, man, that defense is playing exceptional. Coupled with what you said about the offensive side of the ball, I think they deserve number 3 power rankings, Dave.
Yeah. Now, Lawrence coming in here, man, how will they be tested? They should be favorites in all 3 of those games against the Niners, Seahawks, and Buccaneers. But here's the thing, man. If you look at our power rankings right now, well, if you look at mine, not Rawhide's, hey, that's 2 top 10 teams they're going up against. So if they're able to handle business, you got to respect those wins, regardless of if they were favored or not.
Yeah, I agree.
The margin with I feel like the top 10 teams, man, it's pretty narrow, man. So yeah, if you beat any of these top 10 teams, I feel like it's a big deal.
Yeah, a good win.
Okay, number 2. Where am I going here? Hold on. Sorry, I'm on the wrong tab.
That's the right tab. I see. Oh, you tomorrow. My bad.
Oh yeah, I was grabbing my Denver Broncos, man. I move them up from 3 2 this week for a couple of reasons. Houston Texans, that defense is so freaking good. They're giving up like less than 15 points a game coming into this week. And you know what? We put up 18. We did enough. All right. All right. I'm not going to hate on the offense too much. We did enough. They're tied for the longest win streak in the NFL with 6 games. You don't apologize for any wins in the NFL, even if one is against Davis Mills or Jake Browning. Doesn't matter. And they're, like I said, man, they're 4-0 in games in which they're losing going into the fourth quarter, regardless of how wide that margin is, man. I think that there's something special about this team. To me, they passed the eye test, specifically defensively. They refuse to lose. Something changed in them after going to 1-2, dropping games to the Colts and Chargers by a total of 4 points. And get this, not trailing in the game, any of those games, until the clock hit 0. Absolute heartbreaking losses, but they have been better because of them. I like the vibes. I'm feeling 2015 vibes. To win a Super Bowl, Rawhide, you don't need an amazing offense. What you really need is a defense with attitude. And we might struggle right now with our identity on the offense, but man, our defense, the one thing you can point out is that Alex Singleton is a liability in coverage. Ray Greenlaw, he's only playing like 20-something snaps, 30 snaps a game right now, but he's coming along. And the pass rush, 40 sacks so far. The second place Los Angeles Rams have 28.
I get it. And I ain't mad at you for it. I figured you'd have them at number 2. And look, I can't argue it. I don't think I got to push back is the consistency issue. But other than that, yeah, I get it. I'm with you on that. But at number 2, which when you gave your first pick at 10, I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be interesting," because I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 2. Yes, I know. I do not even
wait to hear this one,
and I'm not even a Baker Mayfield fan, but we can't deny. We cannot deny what Baker Mayfield has done this season, right? He has been borderline MVP candidate. Not only with just winning a few games and having comeback wins in the fourth quarter, but he's doing this without some key players on the offensive side of the ball. They got offensive lineman out. Luke, I can't pronounce his last name. Was it Godecki? Yeah, Godecki.
Yeah.
They're missing Bucky Irvin, Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan. So they got a lot of injuries.
Mike Evans out for the year.
Yeah. Michael Evans with the broken collarbone. Is he out for the year, or do they think he can be back in playoffs? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, maybe he could return earlier. I forget that IR means
4 games.
It might not be season ending anymore. Right?
Yeah. So right. So he's been doing all this kind of handicapped. So the question is this, and I wouldn't lose my mind just yet on my Tampa Bay pick, right? Because all the questions with the Buccaneers will be answered in the next 3 weeks.
Yes.
Bucs got the Patriots, they got the Bills, they got the Rams. So the Bucs is going to tell us who they are in the next 3 weeks, and they may not even be a conversation piece. So, but I got them at 2. I got them at 2 this week. They were on bye. I had them above the Rams last week, and I needed to maintain that. So there we go. That's why they had 2.
Oh, I forgot we did 1 before 2 last week. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Raw. That would have been good for the reveal. But I guess, to me, I think this makes sense that we both have the Philadelphia Eagles at number 1 right now.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Well, before I take all the talking points, man, why do you got Philly at number 1?
Oh, man, they're the best team in football. Let's just call it what it is. Sometimes it doesn't look pretty. But as I said last week, sorry to be redundant, they beat Kansas City, they beat the Rams, they beat the Bucks, and they beat Minnesota, bro. I mean, so KC, Rams, and Bucks is 3 teams in our top 10, bro. They beat them all. Well, nothing else really needs to be said past that.
Lost a close game to the Broncos. I mean, you could argue that they've only maybe played 4 or 5 bad quarters of football all season long, even with how often they're criticized, man. So, again, very rare you go undefeated in the NFL, right? So you're bound to drop one, man. Even though my Broncos did take care of business against them, which was like our signature win of the season. It was like a week 5. It was a week 5 loss for Philadelphia, man. Let's talk about their additions they've brought as well. Brandon Graham is now back. I think he'll add to that struggling pass rush right now. Jalen Phillips, they trade for him. He's got 26 career sacks in 5 seasons from Miami. They bring in Jair Alexander, who, he might be washed. I think they got him for like a 7th round pick from the Ravens, whatever. Yeah. Maybe you're not asking him to do as much as what Baltimore needed from him. But the move that I really like, honestly, is Michael Carter, another corner that they got, I believe, from the Jets, and a player that I think has played some good football. He's had a bad year this year for the Jets. It might have just been a scheme thing. I don't know. But I think Michael Carter is like a quality addition for them. And as you put it, as you already said, they've beaten a lot of quality teams. Yes. And they'll get through the drama. It's Philly.
It's Philly. 100%, Dave. I totally agree with you. I see Lauren says Brandon Graham is damn near his age. And really flawed to my we hating on Pittsburgh. Really flawed guys, just let y'all know she don't even believe that the Pittsburgh's top 10. But I don't know. I can't speak for her. But I think Brandon Graham was more so for a locker room presence than anything. You may be able to squeeze some juice out of that, but I think for the most part, that was a locker room pickup than it was really getting something out of him.
And with the personalities there, you might need, somebody to hold the locker room together, man.
There you go.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, man, this is quite interesting. How many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our top 10 are the same. That's insane.
That is insane. It is insane. It is. It is. I'm glad to see you finally believe in Seattle and put them in the top 10.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I like Seattle, man. They're and I'm happy.
I don't think I had them last week either.
No.
I am too, man. I am so happy with Sam Darnold, bro. I am so happy with him. He is because I think he carries the banner for my quarterback position, the most overrated position in football.
Oh man, let's take a look at this, because I was looking. We just got like a minute left or so, but I was looking at Sam Darnold's career stats today, and if you just, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. His 8th year in the league. I mean, look at this. Look at his completion percentage. It's in like the high 50s, low 60s his entire career, but then he goes to competent coaching, 66%. He's at 70.4% this year. Not turning the football over nearly as much this year, which is awesome to see. I love it, man. And this is why. This is why, man, Bo Nix got time. He's at 63% completion this year. He's got to be a little bit better. That is around right where Mahomes is at this year. But yeah, man, like I've maybe this is the case for Daniel Jones as well. Maybe it is.
Yeah, might be. Hey man, I love it. I love doing it. And it's amazing how we look at this game and how we evaluate teams. It's we got our picks and choosers, but I think we see it kind of the same way.
I think we do too. And it's always fun flip-flopping on some teams too. You know,
Yeah.
you and I did absolute complete twists on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week. How about that?
Exactly. And I hated to do it. I was hating it the whole time. Yeah, I was. And the Colts losing that game. I told y'all last week they lose. They're gonna bottom out. I don't believe.
Dude, Sauce Gardner for 2 firsts and
And that,
Adonai Mitchell, man.
bro, they see something that we don't see. I'm telling you, Dave, they have to see something we don't.
Dude, I think Sauce Gardner's a soft player. Maybe it'll change in Indianapolis, man, but man, I wonder what they would have offered for Pat Surtain. Not that we would have traded him because he's on a Hall of Fame trajectory right now. But shoot, that's more that's like what you give up for a. I mean that's around what we gave up for Russell Wilson value wise. That's around what we got in return for Jay Cutler years ago from the Bears. This ain't a quarterback. That's crazy to me, man.
That's my man from Dallas to Green Bay. They
Michael
get two ones in the defensive alignment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, how about Jerry Jones trained for Logan Wilson after he had been benched as a linebacker for the Bengals defense?
Yeah, I know. Hey, that's how bad your defense is. But he only gave up a 7th round draft pick for him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 7th round. But hey, let me say this before we go. Since Really Flawed is in here. Jalen Ramsey looks great playing the safety position. Move needed to be made.
Yes.
Great.
Rod Woodson do that too?
I think later on.
Yeah, nothing wrong with moving to safety later on in your career, man. So, yeah, maybe if the Steelers can win next week, they might sneak in at number 10. We'll have to see if this team's going to be any different than the 9-8 standard they have every year. So, it's going to be fun. I want to thank everybody. Rawhide, this is by far the most popular show that we've had. Maybe we just need to go live at noon every Tuesday instead of like 11:30. But over 500 people watching this power ranking show and trade deadline reaction. Please be sure to subscribe to both channels, like hype the video. And we do this every Tuesday now. And we also do our NFL pick'ems every Thursday, usually around this same time. So that should be fun. You gained a game on me this week, man, with the Raiders blowing that thing in overtime. So it's been competitive. Rawhide, what do you got going on in your channel besides the wonderful collaborations with me?
Well, tomorrow I was supposed to be doing an additional panel show. Talk about college football, and if you all have missed my college football rankings, I would ask you to go over and take a peek at it. I rank them as I think the college football playoffs people should do it. That's what I believe. That is great. I am Michael Jackson and he's Paul McCartney. I will take that any day of the week. Any day of the week. That's the best compliment I have ever had. But
I'll be Joe Biden to Barack Obama.
Oh, okay, we gonna go with it that way. I don't know. Paul McCartney's I think Paul McCartney's a little richer though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. You know what? Yeah. Joe Biden doesn't. Yeah, he thinks the Steelers are still good right now. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'd probably go with that. But anyway, yeah. So I'll probably be doing something on tomorrow. Talk about the college football playoff ranking show that comes on tonight. It'll be the first one. So you all get prepared for that.
Beautiful. And guys, before we go, if you want to see my multiple personalities, head over to David Talks with Buffs. If you want maybe a slightly sadder version of myself, we got a fun commit today, so I was happy. And check me out over there as well. But we're gonna shut this thing down. Appreciate every single one of you, and we'll be back next week. Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you, Ra.